being a new parent is amazing, but also crazy confusing. It's like you're holding this tiny human who communicates entirely through adorable yet indecipherable noises. But guess what? Your baby talking to you. They're just using their own special language of coos, wiggles, and let's be honest, sometimes full-on cries. Get ready to understand your baby like never before. Okay, first up, let's talk about yawning. A yawn, especially when paired with some serious eye rubbing, is basically your baby's way of saying, "Mom, Dad, please. For the love of all that is good and pure in this world, put me to bed." We've all been there trying to squeeze in 5 more minutes of playtime only to be met with the wrath of an overtired baby. So as tempting as it is to keep the cuteness overload going, pay attention to those yawns. Your little one and your sanity will thank you for it. Ever feel like you need a break from, well, everything? Babies feel that too, especially in our loud, bright, and super stimulating world. So if your little one is turning their head away from you or a toy, it's not personal. They're not giving you the cold shoulder. It just means their little system is overloaded. Think of it like a cuteness circuit breaker. They're basically saying, "Hold on, too much, too much. I need a sensory timeout." If you're out and about, find a quiet corner. If you're at home, dim the lights, tone down the noise, and give them some space. They'll be back to their giggly selves in no time. Okay, this one's a little trickier because it can mean a couple of things. If your baby is pulling at their ears, especially with a side of crankiness, it could definitely be teething pain. But ear pulling can also be a sign of an actual ear infection. So, how do you tell the difference? Look for other clues like fussiness, fever, or pulling at their ears while also being extra clingy. Most of the time, it's just teething, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. When in doubt, call your pediatrician. They've seen it all and can help you figure out what's going on. All right, get ready for this one because it's pure joy. When your baby starts kicking their legs like a tiny rock star at a concert, you know you've struck entertainment gold. Those adorable little kicks are usually a sign of pure, unadulterated happiness. So, soak it up. Those moments of pure baby bliss are what make all the sleepless nights totally worth it. Picture this. You're peeking into the crib, and your little one is sound asleep, a tiny smile playing on their lips. Those sleepy smiles are like little windows into your baby's dreams. And what are they dreaming about? Probably warm milk, snuggles, and maybe even a chorus of singing angels. They're in their happy place. And honestly, what more could you ask for? It's a reminder that you're doing an amazing job and that your baby feels safe and loved in your care. Okay, let's be real. This one is less of a secret message and more like a siren going off. Crying is your baby's way of saying, "Hey, pay attention, something's up over here." But here's the thing, not all cries are created equal. There's the "I'm hungry" cry, the "I need a diaper change" cry, the "I'm tired" cry, and the ever mysterious "I just need to cry it out" cry. It's like they have a whole vocabulary of cries and it takes time to become fluent, but trust me, you will. You'll become a master at deciphering those cries and knowing exactly what your little one needs. In the meantime, don't stress too much. A little trial and error is all part of the parenting journey. Okay, let's talk about the classic self-soother thumb sucking. It's like a built-in pacifier that's always within reach. And honestly, it's pretty genius when you think about it. When your baby sucks on their thumb, they're basically giving themselves a little dose of comfort and security. It's a way for them to calm down, relax, and tune out the world for a bit. Some babies are natural-born thumb suckers, while others prefer pacifiers or snuggling with a lovey. There's no right or wrong here. It's all about finding what works for your little one. Most kids naturally grow out of it, especially as they get older and discover other ways to soothe themselves. This one can be a little alarming, especially for new parents. If your baby arches their back during or after feeding, it often means one thing: discomfort. They're basically saying, "Whoa, something doesn't feel right in my tummy." It could be gas, reflux, or even just a little too much milk too fast. If you're breastfeeding, try burping your baby more often or experimenting with different feeding positions. If you're formula feeding, try a different bottle or nipple to see if that helps. But if you're concerned or it's happening frequently, don't hesitate to reach out to your pediatrician. We all know that feeling of, "Wait, what's going on here?" Well, babies get that too, and when they do, they often express it with a furrowed brow and a seriously adorable frown. The baby frown is usually a sign of confusion or uncertainty. It's their way of processing something new, like a new face, a new toy, or even a new sound. They're trying to make sense of the world around them, and that's a good thing. So next time you see that little frown, don't worry. Just give your baby some extra love and reassurance as they navigate all the new and exciting things life has to offer. Chapter 10. The Grip of Love. Building bonds, one squeeze at a time. When your baby wraps their tiny fingers around your finger, it's not just a reflex. It's a sign of pure love and trust. That firm grip is their way of saying, "You're my person. I feel safe and secure when I'm with you." It's a reminder that you are your baby's entire world. You are their source of comfort, love, and security. So cherish those little handholds, those tiny fingers intertwined with yours. They're a testament to the unbreakable bond you share with your little one. Chapter 11. Startle reflex. When the world throws curveballs or loud noises. Ever jumped a mile at a sudden noise? Yeah, babies do that too. It's called the Moro reflex or startle reflex, and it's totally normal, especially in those first few months. Basically, if your baby hears a loud noise, sees a sudden movement, or feels like they're falling, even if they're not, they might throw their arms out, extend their legs, and sometimes even let out a little cry. It's their way of saying, "Whoa, what was that?" Don't worry, it doesn't mean your baby is scared or in danger. It's just their natural response to something unexpected. And like most reflexes, it'll gradually fade as they get older. In the meantime, try to avoid sudden movements or loud noises around your little one. Chapter 12. The gazing game, locking eyes, and building connection. Have you ever noticed how your baby loves to stare deeply into your eyes? It's like they're looking right through you, trying to figure out all your secrets. But really, they're just soaking it all in, learning your face, your expressions, and the sound of your voice. It's all part of building that incredible parent-child bond. Those intense gazing sessions are actually super important for their brain development. They're learning about social cues, emotional regulation, and how to connect with others. So next time your baby is giving you the "I'm staring into your soul" look, don't be creeped out. Chapter 13. Drool monsters, the telltale sign of teething. Get ready for some serious drool action because teething is no joke. If your baby is suddenly a drool machine, chewing on everything in sight and generally more fussy than usual, those little teeth are probably on their way in. Teething can be tough on babies and parents, but there are ways to help soothe those sore gums. Try offering them something cold to chew on, like a chilled teething ring or even a cold, wet washcloth. And remember, this too shall pass. Chapter 14. Baby laughter, the best sound in the world. Is there anything more magical than the sound of a baby's laughter? I mean, it's pure joy, bottled up and poured directly into your ears. But baby laughter isn't just adorable, it's also a sign of their cognitive and social development. It means they're engaging with the world, understanding humor, and learning how to connect with others. So, what makes babies laugh? Honestly, it could be anything. A funny face, a silly sound, even just a playful touch. Those moments of laughter are not only good for their development, but they're also good for the soul. Chapter 15. Diaper change, drama. The struggle is real. Let's be real. Diaper changes aren't always the most glamorous part of parenting, and sometimes your baby will let you know exactly how they feel about it. If your little one starts kicking, squirming, or even full-on crying during a diaper change, it doesn't necessarily mean they're trying to stage a coup. They might just be uncomfortable, cold, or simply over the whole diaper situation. Try to make diaper changes as quick and efficient as possible. Have everything you need within reach and maybe even try distracting them with a song, a toy, or a funny face. And remember, it's all temporary. Feeding time isn't just about nourishment, it's also about bonding. And one of the sweetest signs of that bond is when your baby makes eye contact with you while they're feeding. Those little glances across the bottle or breast are their way of saying, "I see you, I know you, and I feel connected to you." So put away your phone, silence those notifications, and savor those moments of connection. Trust me, those little eyes staring up at you will melt your heart every time. There's something incredibly soothing about a baby resting their head on your chest. It's like they're instinctively drawn to the warmth and rhythm of your heartbeat. a reminder of their time spent safe and snug in the womb. When your baby rests their hands on your chest, it's a sign of pure trust and security. They're saying, "I feel safe and protected when I'm close to you." It's a reminder that you are their haven, their safe space in a big and sometimes overwhelming world. So, next time your baby snuggles in close, breathe in that sweet baby scent and cherish the moment. Okay, get ready for some serious cuteness overload because we're talking about baby talk. Those adorable coos, gurgles, and squeals might sound like gibberish, but they're actually your baby's way of practicing their communication skills. They're experimenting with different sounds, testing out their vocal cords, and basically getting ready to take on the world, one adorable babble at a time. So talk back to them, respond to their coos, imitate their sounds, and sing them songs. Who knows, they might even surprise you with their first words sooner than you think. So there you have it, 18 secret messages your baby is sending you. Remember, every baby is unique, and what works for one might not work for another. The most important thing is to pay attention, trust your instincts, and don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Now go out there and decode those baby messages like the rock star parent you are. The more you tune in, the stronger your bond will grow. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more parenting tips and tricks.